Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming testing new makeup slash what's new in makeup episode number 3, I believe. So this video is basically a get ready with me slash new makeup releases slash testing new makeup, and I have quite a few things to test out today, so I don't want to go on for too long. Let's get right into it. So I'm really excited about trying the L'Oreal Lumi Glow Tint. And it says on here it is a lightweight fluid tint that glows like an illuminator and covers like a foundation. So that's quite the claim. I did get this in the shade 300 and it has 0.84 fluid ounces. And I did feel like it was a little smaller than my other foundations, but I'm going to give it a little bit of a shake. And we're going to pump it out onto this brush, and I'm going to apply it on half of my face first just to kind of see what the coverage is like. The shade is just like a hint, probably darker, but it usually works out when I blend it onto the rest of my face. Pretty glowy. Definitely a thin formula. I do have a little bit of concealer and color corrector on under my eyes, as well as in spots that I want to conceal. But I can still see some of my imperfections and stuff like that. So here's the side with the skin tint, and then here's my skin without. Looks pretty glowy. It's still quite early in the morning here. It's about 9:30 a.m. So I just want to show you guys the two sides. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off my foundation, and I'll be right back to try out the new eyeshadow palette from DD Signature. Okay, I did go ahead and throw on some bronzer as well while I was in the process because I don't have a new bronzer to test out. I did use this single liquid shadow from Hard Candy in my 2 looks video with the Morgan Turner and Oden's eye collection, so I decided to do it again today, and I really like how my look turned out in that video, so I figured maybe it would work again, so we'll see. Anyways, I do have the new DD Signature Shattered Romance palette. This is already available on their site, so you guys can hop on over there and grab this one. I'm going to show you some close-ups and swatches really quick, just so you guys can see this palette and its magic. So like I said, this palette is already available on their site and it retails for $35. I think that's an amazing price point. We do have some really beautiful shadows in this palette. So the first shade is called Broken Vows, which is a beautiful purple matte shade. Bleeding Love is a beautiful burgundy shade. We've got Tears of Amethyst, which is a gorgeous multi-chrome. And we have Faded Rose, which looks like it's a duochrome shade. It shifts pink and gold. And then we've got Dark Secrets, which is a black matte infused with glimmering specks. Frozen Feelings is a breathtaking multi-chrome with an icy blue to purple shift. Golden Lies is a beautiful matte pink. And then Passion Ends is a more mid-tone pink. And Silent Goodbyes is a mid-tone mauve color. So definitely a very wearable palette. It is limited edition. So as you can see, this is definitely a very curated collection, perfect for the season. And I feel like I've been showing you guys lots of pink and purple palettes, so it's definitely a lot of options. This definitely has the price point going for it. And there's so many other fun things on the DD website as well that you can shop at the same time. I always try to give you guys the pros and the cons, so hopefully that's helping you guys out. But I want to do a little pinky look with this palette, so I'm going to start off with the shade called Golden Lies, and I'm going to put that in my crease. I just dusted my brush into my palm, like that was weird. So anyway, we're just going to see how this look turns out. But with shades like this, that pink base is helpful. It's a very sheer base, but I think it does kind of help to like amp up the colors. You can almost see it when I'm blending this onto my eyelids. I don't know that you should go buy the Hard Candy liquid shadows like with your own money, but since I got them sent to me, I figured I might as well put them to some use. But that's cute, right? Just simple, easy. And then I'm going to take the shade Passion Ends, which is a really pretty like bright pink, and I'm going to put that on the outer edge here and just kind of do my usual thing. Kind of like an anti-Valentine palette. How pretty. That is so beautiful. I love the fade there. And then I think I might put this shade at the very end. So let's go ahead and put on some of these metallic shades. Ooh, I really want to play with both of these, but I feel like Frozen Feeling needs to go on the lid. What do you guys think? So I have all kinds of like single shadows and cream bases that I've just been holding on to for no apparent reason. And when I was doing my declutter, I actually found the Unearthly Glimmer Grasp, and I believe they sent that to me a while ago, and I've never actually tried it, so figured I'd try it with this shadow since it's like so extremely flaky. Let me see if I can like use my finger with this one. I think it would really do well to use a glitter glue with this shadow. You don't have to, of course. I think you could just probably pop this on with a wet brush and it'll probably stick to your lid, but it's so flaky and chunky. Maybe it's just better to use a glimmer glue. But that's really pretty. Look at how like duochromy that is. So love that. And then I'm gonna do the other eye. I bought like so many of these little applicators because I feel like glitter glues always like wreck my brushes, and so I just like to use them to apply my glitter glues and then also the shadows. The shadow also feels like that wet formula. Oh, that's so pretty. I like suck at doing my shadows with my fingers because I have such a hard time being precise. As you can see, I've got glitter at the edge here now, which is gonna drive me bananas. So I'm gonna try and go in with Bleeding Love and just kind of tap it on top. But yeah, this eye went a little crazy over here and it's gonna bother the heck out of me. I will fix it in a second, but let me just line my waterline quick. I use the Glossier eyeliner in the shade Rocco. It's just a really deep purple shade. I'm gonna grab a pencil brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Bleeding Love, and I'm just gonna run that on the lower lash line and blend it up into the outer corner of the eyelid. Okay, I'm just gonna take this pencil brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Tears of Amethyst, which is this gorgeous other flaky shadow. I'm gonna give it a really big spray with my Milk Makeup. Oh my goodness, that is very intense. I'm gonna take the little pencil brush and I'm gonna go into Dark Secrets and I'm gonna, oh my goodness, that was a very pigmented black. Okay, well, pray for me because I did not mean to have that be so intense. Just gonna take some of Bleeding Love and just kind of like try to blend it out, I guess. Oh gosh, that black shadow. That black shadow was like ink, y'all. Great shade for liner if you need something very, very intense. My kids are being so emotional upstairs. Sometimes I'm like, should I run up there and help my sitter? But I'm like, sometimes when you intervene, it just makes it worse. Okay, so the look turned out pretty intense. I'm sure it'll all come together though. So Dee also launched new blushes and we have 8 new shades. They sent me 3 of them to try out. So I have Peachy Glow, we've got Tangerine Crush and Rosy Bloom. And I think I'm gonna use the 2 pinks today, but I did swatch these already, I think from my Instagram reel, and they were pretty intense. So I'm definitely gonna need to go in with an easy hand. So this is the shade Peachy Glow. Why was that so difficult for me to like look and say out loud? I'm gonna use my little brush that I love for a cream blush. This is so perfect because it kind of shears it out, but I wanted to show you guys swatches too, so I will use that for swatches as well. Ooh, that's so pretty. I know Deandra Nicole, I think she has all of the shades. She's got beautiful swatches on her Instagram, and I think she might have done some of the swatches for Dee Dee as well. I'm not 100% sure. That is so pretty. I don't even know if I want to put on the other shade, but let's see. So that's the peachy shade blended out a little bit, and then this is the rosy shade. This is such a pretty color too. It's like a really pretty rosy tone, like a true, what I would imagine would be described as a rosy shade. I'm gonna put that like closer to the back of my face. Sorry, sometimes I feel like I get so caught up in actually like trying the makeup that I forget to like talk and explain what I'm doing. Okay, I think that's good. I don't want to do more. I think we just like leave it as is, and then let me just show you the tangerine color swatched as well. So there's the tangerine color before I blend it out. I'm just gonna use my sponge. Ooh, okay, that blended out really well too. I think it was gonna be like overly pigmented, but you can really sheer these out. I think also you can build them up really well depending on your preferences, so that's a good sign. And then Urban Decay did send me the most ridiculously awesome package of all their face bond luminizers, and I wanted to try one out today. So this is the shade Space Cowboy, and I was actually gonna buy one, and I was gonna buy Space Cowboy. I also realized I don't need a liquid highlighter, so I was super grateful when they sent these over so I can try them out. And I actually don't know if this is how you're supposed to use this. I didn't actually like look that hard into it, but I'm sure you could also like mix this into your foundation. You can use it as like a primer if you would like, or you can like apply it on your entire body. I wanted to just use it like I would any other liquid highlighter. So this has like a rose gold shift to it, and it has lots of like silvery sparkles. I also posted a reel on Instagram, kind of just swatching all the shades and like blending them out a little bit in case you were kind of confused like I was when these launched, trying to figure out like what shade was what. But that's pretty cute. I don't know, what do you guys think? It's definitely a sheen. I feel like overall, since all my makeup is quite glowy, it's kind of freaking me out, but I'm sure it'll all come together. Okay, and then for my lip shade, I do have the Pat McGrath shade in Elson 4. This is supposed to be like the red lipstick that Taylor Swift wears. It's like her signature red lip. So I figured I might as well grab it, try it out with this look since we're doing kind of a Valentine's inspired look. So let's put this on, see what it looks like on my skin tone. So if you watched my channel for a while, you know I'm a huge Pat McGrath fan, and I bought her original liquid lipsticks, and I think these are a remastered version. They definitely feel very lightweight, and I really like the packaging as well. I think I bought a flesh shade back in the day when these launched, but I haven't tried one of these in a hot second. So yeah, I'm really liking the formula. It feels really light, doesn't feel like I have anything on. I'm not really sure as far as the longevity of these liquid lipsticks anymore, but I'm very excited to have this color, and I think it looks really pretty with my skin tone. It's definitely like a true red shade, so it's always fun to see what the same lip color looks like on different skin tones. So I'm really happy with this, and I feel like honestly this shade just for like brides, bridal, especially Indian weddings. I know people wear red a lot, so I think this would be a really great lip shade for that, and I like it. So makeup is done. I just need to go ahead and fix my hair, throw on some mascara, put on some setting spray. So I'm going to do all of that and come back, show you guys the finished look, and give you my first impressions on all the products we tried out today. Okay friends, so here is the finished look. I feel like I'm definitely embodying the Valentine's spirit. I got my heart earrings on, and we're ready to talk about all of the things that I tested out today. So let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, I have to tell you, I totally failed because I have the new Lancome Idole Flutter Extension Mascara, and I totally forgot, and I just reached for my other Lancome mascara, so I did not get to try this out yet, but I will in another video. I will say the packaging feels quite lightweight, and I didn't realize how skinny this brush was, so I'm excited because I do love a skinny brush, especially because it makes it so easy to apply product on the lower lash line, but this is not a review. Again, I forgot, so I'm just calling myself out. Now, I do have some not new products I used on my face today, like my 2 concealers. So I'm wearing the Sigma concealer and the Denona concealer as well. This is a color corrector, actually. It's not a concealer. But somebody in my complexion collection video asked me what my hero concealer is, and I feel like right now it is the Denona concealer. I do have some other top tier concealers as well, but I think if I had to pick one and consider my entire concealer collection, this is the one that I'm favoring at this moment in time. Some older products that I didn't feature in this video are my Sephora bronzer and the Rare Beauty contour that I just kind of use as a liquid bronzer in this look. And if you guys have not kept up with my videos this year, I did decide that I'm going to try and pan the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I found this in my powder drawer, and I told myself I'm not going to use any other powders when I'm filming until I pan this. So I feel like I'm going to be using that for a long time. I guess unless I'm like testing a new powder, but honestly, I don't need to purchase any powders, so I'm going to try and stay strong on that because I just don't use a lot of powder, so I want to be good unless I get one sent in PR. I don't plan on purchasing any powders anytime soon. So those are some of the things that I didn't really like feature in this video. I will say that I noticed that I was having a hard time blending my eyeshadow, and I think since I've used that hard candy base twice now, I think it's actually the base because I usually don't have that much trouble blending my eyeshadows when I use my Sigma Ignite eyeshadow primer. I think I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and declutter all of those hard candy liquid eyeshadows because I don't see myself using them individually, and there's no point keeping them because I don't want to have to fuss with my eyeshadow primers, and I have some other colorful bases I want to test out as well. So now that I've kind of made my mind out about that, it's nice to just go ahead and declutter those because I wasn't sure. And then I really like this Glimmer Grasp from Unearthly. I don't feel like it's anything new, but if you're looking for a new shimmer or metallic eyeshadow primer or like a glitter glue, this is going to be perfect for you. It reminds me of the NYX shimmer or glitter glue and other ones I've tried in the past as well. So like I said, you don't need to like replace your glitter glue with this one, but if you're shopping around for a new one and you happen to be placing an Unearthly order, then this might be one to check out. Okay, so let's try and go as much as possible in order of the way I tried out the products. I will say I'm not super loving this Lumi foundation from L'Oreal. I guess I'm not surprised because it is a Lumi skin tint slash foundation. It's very glowy. It's not super glowy, and like from this distance I don't mind it like in the mirror and stuff, but up close I feel like I don't know. Right now I'm just not really into that dewy lift from within look. I think this would be a really nice one to mix in with some of my other more matte foundations, but I could also see people that really love that dewy look enjoying this. I do have dry skin, but I prefer like a demi-matte natural finish when it comes to foundations. So something to keep in mind, but I was just really curious about this. I think it's a good shade match for me, and I think this is a nice size, great for travel, maybe in the summertime when I'm feeling like being more glowy, maybe this is something I would reach for. But right now I feel like I didn't really need to purchase this. I prefer the Maybelline foundation that I've been trying out recently over this one, but obviously this is my first time trying it, so keep that in mind as well. But I think if you love like a glowy, very dewy look, you're gonna really like this from the drugstore. Okay, next thing we tried out is the DD Signature eyeshadow palette. I feel like for $35, this is a really great eyeshadow palette. You get some solid shadows in here, and especially the multi-chromes are really nice. They are that like really like squishy formula though, so keep that in mind. If your makeup preferences are different from mine, you might not enjoy that. I personally don't mind it, but I could see a world where if you have like really oily eyelids, these might just not stay put. So something to consider. But from all of the pinky purpley eyeshadow palettes we've seen recently, I feel like these multi-chromes are kind of the more fun ones. But also if you have a lot of palettes that are all shimmer palettes from like 2022, I feel like you might have these shades in your collection already. So something to keep in mind, I would say you could probably shop your stash and dupe this palette if you don't have this exact palette, or you're maybe on a low buy or no buy. I don't think it's like gonna completely shatter your world if you don't get this palette. But I think it's a fun theme, a really cool vibe, and I really like to see the direction DD is heading as far as just adding more products to their lineup and doing some more curated color stories like this, and also just like trying out different sizes, changing up the packaging. I really see them making a lot of progress, so I'm very excited for that. And then the liquid blushes, I'm really excited about this. I was expecting the formula to be very, very pigmented, maybe even a little too pigmented, because they are a Black owned brand, and sometimes you just need a lot of pigmentation to make things work on different skin tones. I really like these though because they're sheared out really nicely, and I'm sure that if you wanted more pigmentation from them, you could just shear them out a little bit less than I did today. So I think this formula is very promising. These also retail for $15.99, so I don't feel like it's a terrible price point. The packaging is so pretty. It has this like beautiful ombre, kind of like made me think of my nails actually when I was thinking about what products I was going to use today. So overall, this is really, really cute, and I'm really excited about liquid blushes because you guys know I've tried so many. I like to call myself the blush demon on Instagram, and I feel like now it takes a whole lot for me to do a double take at a blush, and I feel like these ones are definitely double take worthy. Now, as far as the liquid luminizer from Urban Decay, this was something I didn't purchase with my own money because I didn't need this in my collection, and I think it's cute. I just like put it on as a highlighter. This particular shade, Space Cowboy, does have kind of like a shimmer in it, like I can see like silvery sparkles. I don't think this is my preference for face highlighter. I feel like this is definitely more of a body luminizer for me, and I know in the PR I received they have like 2 different formulas as well. I kind of put those details in my Instagram reel that I showed you guys swatches of everything, so check there if you've been like really like eyeing this. Personally, for liquid highlighters, my preference is the Armani Luminous highlighters. I think those are beautiful. I have 2 shades, bought them with my own money, and I just prefer those to this product. I mean, you get a lot here. This is the size of the foundation, so I just can't imagine a world where I put this whole thing on my face, like cover my entire face with this, and then put foundation on top of it. I just feel like that's not the amount of luminous glow I need, so yeah, I'll have to like do some more digging on that, but it's like fine. Like I'm happy I have it. I'm glad I didn't spend my own money to try it, but I could have definitely continued life and lived without it if I hadn't gotten it in PR. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. And then last but certainly not least is the Elson for lipstick. Now, do I need to buy any more lipstick? Absolutely not. It's definitely one of those things. I don't know if I want to say it's like a quiet low buy, because I don't really want my content to be focused on low buys. And I will be very frank with you guys, I've literally never done a low buy or a no buy that's ended successfully. So I don't like to put it out there that I'm on a low buy or a no buy or anything, but lipsticks is definitely a category that I can afford to not buy. And I don't know, something compelled me to buy this, probably because it was sold out for so long. And when it came in stock at Sephora, I was like, fine. I want to know, is this the best red lip out there? So I did grab it. But honestly, it's a beautiful red lip. I think if you have a reason to purchase a red lipstick and this is available, I would recommend. It feels really lightweight. I don't know if I can speak on the longevity. I mean, if it's good enough for Taylor Swift to wear, I guess it's good enough for me. But I do think this formula is very comfortable. I can't remember how much this is, but I know it's not cheap. It's Pat McGrath, so I'm guessing it's probably like under $30, but over $20 for sure. Probably like in the $25 to $29 range if I had to guess. If it's more, I'm gonna definitely just be like, again, you don't need it, but if you have a reason to buy a red lipstick, you might want to check this one out because I think this is a really pretty shade. So those are all my first impression rambles, kind of showing you guys some newer to me makeup products, what's new in the makeup space, and then just kind of showing you how it all applied, give you guys first impressions, get ready with me, all of the things just like combined in one. So I hope you enjoyed. I do have 2 other episodes up already of this style of video, so if you want to check them out, maybe there's like a playlist or something that's going to pop up. But that is everything for this video. I will try and link everything down below. I also do have YouTube shopping links, so they might be popping up all over the place. So if you're not familiar with YouTube shopping, that's just what it is. It's their way of trying to keep up with TikTok. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in another video very, very soon.